And we're here with Paul with Living Wild LLC. If you don't mind me asking, it seems like you got a lot of different New Caledonian geckos.
Love
You've got
them.
really big ones. You've got some of the smaller crusties. Out of all of them, which species do you like the most?
My favorite is probably the lychee, but then gargoyles I love also. Those are probably the close second. But I fell in love with the lychees first, and that's what started everything. And now you can see where we came.
Oh yeah.
In 3 years, we've done a lot. I love these big, dark GT ones, but then I also love my high pattern, colored lines, everything. It just depends on, the best thing is, there's one for everybody.
I do agree. I've seen a lot of the big ones, the GTs. Those for me are going to be in the future what I want to get.
Yes.
It looks kind of in the realm of a crested gecko, but it's just a massive. It's a massive lizard
Yes,
comparatively.
it's a giant gecko. It's the largest gecko in the world. So
Yeah. Now, you said you like more of the high color, the high. Which specific of the morphs, in your opinion, do you like breeding the most, and you want to put your effort into?
So this Joe line is probably my favorite line I'm working with out of the color lines. He's not really fired up, but you can see how much color in the peppering he has in it. And then these are also some of the younger siblings from this year, or last season, I would say. But Joe is probably my favorite color line I work with. But then I also love the Mike Conley GTBs because they give me really dark babies, or they give me really high pattern colored animals.
That's right.
So it's just mom kicks it off or dad kicks off the pattern, one or the other, and it works out perfect. So I get a good mix of everything, and
That's really cool. So whenever I see people coming to buy crested geckos, I've talked to different people, and there's a large different group of people that buy them, everything from families to young people to even some older people that actually like to have them more as a low effort pet.
yes.
With you, particularly with what you sell, what do you see usually people buying with the New Caledonians?
I see a lot of families. A lot of kids are interested in them, and then the parents are afraid of them until they hold them. And then the next thing I hear is, oh, I think we're getting one of these. So I get they're scary. They're big. You know, not everybody wants to, I don't like snakes. That's just not my thing. But once you hold it, that's all it took for me. I held it one time, I fell in love with it, and now I breed them.
That's me with crested geckos.
And that, you know, she does all the crested geckos. I do the gargs, lychees, chihuahuas, and yeah. So I find it more. So I should say more on the low end stuff. It's more families. On the higher end stuff, it's more of a niche market. So you're definitely going to be probably single people that don't have much other
They
things.
want something that's flashy, that's like...
It's the Ferrari of the geckos or something. Like, not everybody can afford this, everybody can afford that, but not everybody wants that. So it's just pick and choose.
I agree, and I think they're like a really good starter reptile. I got.
They're so
one for
easy to take care of.
Oh yeah, I got one for my nieces, and they love it. They've learned a lot of stuff with reptiles with just having one of those.
Yeah.
Obviously, their mom's taking care of it a majority of the time, but as they grow up,
They'll take over.
They've been taking over a lot more, and I think that's really important with the younger demographic to make them used to these kinds of animals at a younger age.
And that's why I love Snake Discovery. They bring in so many young kids that would never come to these shows without them.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, I appreciate them so much just to get that next generation to come in and have the passion that we have. So
I agree. Snake Discovery, with all the stuff they're doing, they've got their own like mini
zoo, yes.
They do outreach and then the expos, but then they also have their YouTube channel, which I actually got help from them whenever I got my tricolor hognose. He wasn't eating. I watched one of her videos, and after that, easily able to feed it. It didn't have any problems, and I think that they're in the perfect place to help a lot of people, both education and people that are keeping these as pets.
Yes,
So.
yeah. It's nice to have people like that. They are willing to reach out and help. Even if they don't know you, you can just call them, ask them a question, and they're willing to help. No problem at all. So that's always nice to have.
Well, thank you for doing this interview.
Thank
Paul.
you again.